check, check, check. I know that this is not exactly the right time for this class to happen, but, you know, I kind of went to a hotel to take a different job. So I'm in this hotel right now doing the check, check, check. Good. So audio seems to work. Might just bring it back just a hair because it seems like it's a little distorted. So I'm going to bring it back just a bit. How about that? Okay. Well, my Greeks and barbarians, welcome to the final unit of Western Music Zero. You made it. Congratulations. Anyway, this particular unit is actually just to kind of give you some things that you can work on after doing this entire course, because obviously this is just the beginning, and there's ways that you can actually improve your musicianship in different areas, whether it's how well you hear intervals or hear notes or hear the scales or keys or anything like that. Whether it's that or whether it's being able to identify the notes on the staff. You get the idea. And so what we're going to use for that is we're going to go to a website called www.musictheory.net. You might remember this from the first few units where they weren't just me kind of screwing around with MuseScore and showing you different examples of how different things look on the staff. You might remember this website, musictheory.net. This has all these lessons here that you can kind of go over if you want. It's all free if you use the web version. You can also buy an app for your phone or your tablet. I've used this website as a guitar teacher and a composition teacher for, well, I don't know, maybe 20 years or something like that. I don't know. Long time, 15 years at least. And it's super useful. You'll be through a college level of theory if you go through this whole thing. Because you go all the way into like building Neapolitan chords. What's Neapolitan chords? I'll give you a hint. It has nothing to do with chocolate, vanilla, or strawberries. So we're going to go to exercises. So on all these exercises, let me see if I can zoom in here so you can just kind of see a little bit better, depending on whether you're watching on a phone or... So, there's all these different exercises that you can do here. And they kind of are all categorized by the different aspects of musicianship and being able to be familiar with Western notation. So, it starts with the basics, staff identification, so you kind of go through and practice and figure out what the notes are, and it goes all the way through into like, you know, going the other way and saying somebody wants a, you know, an E flat, you have to draw an E flat on the staff. Then it also kind of gets you to be familiar with where the notes lie on the piano. You can do it even with a fretboard if you're a stringed instrument player, like a guitarist or a violinist. Ear training, this would be the most important part for a vocalist, is because there's going to be so many different things in here that have to do with what you're going to be using in church as a singer. And then, you know, if you are an educator yourself, you can kind of create your own like little set of things. So we're just going to go through some of these so I can just show you how it works. What I would recommend for the people who are joining choirs, I would do this, the blue ones, staff identification, and I would do ear training. And if you were just like, man, I suck at ear training, well, we all sucked at some point. And if you want to get kind of through that, you can use the keyboard as a crutch for a time. So then you can go to the keyboard thing. But I would just start with the blues and the purples. So we're just going to look at those real quick. So how it works is, they're going to put a note up here, and you have to figure out what it is. Well, it didn't start with a very easy one, did it? Because we're using a ledger line. But we do know the bottom line is what? It's E, right? So it's E, G, B, D, F. The top line is F on a treble clef staff, right? So, one space above the F line is what? G, One line above that is A, and one line above that is B. So you push B, it'll play the note, and you nailed it. Well, we're now just one above the B, so we know that's C. Now we're at the low line, E. We're going down to D, C, B, and what's this? Oh, it's a flat, so it's a B flat. We just did this note, it's C. Now here's the middle one. So what is this? E, G, B, so it's B flat. And then we have E, F, G, A, right? Because it's one above the second from the bottom line. E, G, and then one above the G is A. There's no H. Well, there is in some worlds, but not our world. So that's A. B flat, E flat, G sharp. Where are you? C sharp. So you get the idea. And you'd be surprised. You do this for about 15 minutes a day, and you'll get really fast at this. And it might kind of seem kind of like nonsense right now. Oops. I meant to push E. So what happens when you push the wrong note? Let's say we put a B sharp. Okay, that's not a B sharp. It's an F natural. So it'll show you that it's wrong, and you can push. I think you can do all of them. But you can see up here, my grades are going just way down. I'm like F minus now. So anyway, so that's note identification, key signature identification. This would be a good way to exercise what you learned in unit. I think that was 6. So that's A major, that's D major, that's E major, it's A major. Do you remember how this works? Second to last sharp is the leading tone. So F, C, G, D, A. So that's D sharp. Oh, I'm sorry. The last sharp is the leading tone. F, C, G, D, A. So that's A sharp. So one above A sharp is B. Nothing means C. G sharp, one note above G sharp is what? A. And now with one flat, that's always F major, C major. And you see it kind of starts with the simple keys and then it gets harder. So you'll kind of get a bunch of the same keys over and over. You notice how we just have the white keys. We don't have a D flat major or F sharp minor or whatever. So that's that. Interval identification. So what you do is if you want to remember how to do this, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a sixth, but then we have to think about, is that 6 a major, minor, or diminished or augmented sixth? So major is do, la, and minor is do, le. So this is da, da, right? Wait, no, it's not. E, F, G, A, B, C flat. So this is actually a diminished sixth, which sounds like a perfect fifth. So this is E, F, G, A, B. That's a fifth, and it's a perfect fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a fourth, and it's a diminished fourth, which sounds like a major third. Anyway, you get the idea on this one. Scale identification. Kind of what we've been kind of doing, looking at how scales work. So you have to kind of, think about how many whole steps and half steps are. So that's F sharp to G sharp. That's a whole step. That's a half step. So da da da. That's a whole step. Da 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 da. That's a whole step. B to C sharp. Da da. And then this is da da da. So this is a major upper tetrachord, And this is a minor lower tetra chord. Da, 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 da. It's melodic minor. And so it'll just kind of keep doing this as you go through. So this would be B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat. Well, it's 3 flats, and it's starting on B flat, so it's B flat major, right? La 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 la. Anyway, chord identification. You don't really need to do this, but if you are just, chord curious, go ahead. Let's move down to ear training. This is going to be kind of the most important part because you're really working on connecting your voice to the staff, right? So the keyboard is usually the easy one to kind of to get it right. So your first note here, they'll play a reference note. C. We have da. So da 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 da. It's B. So now we have C. That's D. See how that works? You play the reference note, C. Listen to the reference. Listen to the question note. Da, da, do, re, mi, fa, sol, C, D, E, F, G, C, D, E, F, G. And what I would do in the beginning is always base everything off of the C major scale. That's a C, right? It's the same note. That's a G. It's a C. It's an A. It's a C. It's a G. It's a C. It's a D. It's a B. Now watch this. I could put this D, or I could play this D. It'll still be right because it's the same. It's just a different octave. You're just looking for the note in reference against the C. Da, that's an A. That's a C. It's an F. It's a C. It's a G. It's a C. B. F. E. D. A. So those are all white keys. Now I think over here, you can change the challenge. Oh wait, you can change the level of difficulty. Now let's see if we can figure that out. I don't remember how that works. Require octave keys, multiple. So here, you can choose how many of the keys you want. So pro mode would be all 12, right? You can't see behind here, but oh no, I guess it does stop right there because I'm like right here. Okay. All right. So now you go back. Da da. So you would go do re mi fa sol la ti. Da. So it's T flat, right? Do down. That's E flat. That's A flat. That's B flat. That's D flat. Whoops, sorry. Wait. Oh, it's E natural. That's C. A. D. D flat. C. A flat. B. D. Wait. D flat. See, but even I make mistakes. That's a tritone. Da 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 da. And now what I'm doing is I'm actually using this pitch da as my reference. Da 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 da. So that's that. That's one part of the ear training. Then you can do ear note training. So that's where you just hear the first note and you have to kind of decide what it is. That's an E. That's a D. That's an A. Oops. So, and just like with the last one, you can customize it, how many notes you want. You just do range, I think. No, not range. You do, notes at the top, and you can kind of choose which notes. So if you're like, oh, I really suck at C to A flat, then you put that in there. See that? So that's another little exercise you can do. And let's see here. Then you can do interval ear training. That's just to like da-dum. So that's a do re is a major second. So a do re flat, which is called ra, is a minor second. That's a major seventh. Da-da. So 1, 2, 3, da-da. Da-da-da. It's a minor third again. Da-da. Minor second. Minor third. Da-da. Oops. So minor seventh. Minor second. Minor second. Perfect fourth. Perfect fifth. Major third. Da 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 da. Perfect fourth. Da da da. Minor third. Da da. Major second. So an easy way to remember this is if it matches with the minor scale, then it's a minor interval. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minor 6, minor 7, 1, and a minor second is just a half step up. 1, 2, 1, and then a tritone is in between a fourth and the fifth. Da da boom ba boom ba. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's an octave. Da da. Same note, right? So na 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 na, minor seventh. So these are kind of like easy little things that you can do at home in your free time. That'll kind of get your mind woken up. Now this is tricky because we didn't go through all the Western modes. These are modes in Western music are basically just the major scales starting on different notes. So this is mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi. And the major scale that starts on mi is actually the Phrygian mode. The mode of the major scale that starts on mi. Mi. So you don't really need to do that one. And like I said, if you get kind of stuck, you can go back here and do your keyboard note identification. So that's an F. That's a D. That's a B. That's an A. It's a G. And then just like with the other ones, you can change the notes to have everything, right? See that? Now you go back, now you have F. Now that's C sharp or D flat. You can write, watch, I can click this one, or I could click this one. Watch, I'll click D flat. Now I could click A flat here, or I could click G sharp. See that? So just kind of get used to that and kind of quiz yourself. That's F and G, so that's either F sharp or G flat. I'm going to pick G flat this time. So that's how that works. And then, I mean, if you really do want to, you can do the fretboard note identification, which is just good if you're, I guess this is geared towards guitar. I wonder if they have it for, yeah, they have different instruments. So you have, yeah, ukulele, you know, but they don't have any violins or anything like that, I guess. Oh, well. But this is at, like I said, this is at musictheory.net. You can download this app called Tenuto. I think it's like $5 or something like that. It's not very much money. And you can take this with you on your phone or your iPad. I think they also have it for Android. I don't remember if they do or not. I'm pretty sure they do though. Or you could just go to the website. You can also just go to the website on your phone and do all this for free as well. So anyway, and that is it. Congratulations. You've finished Western Music 0. So now go help out your choir. Go sing with your choir and go make it sound good. Now that you know the basics. And welcome to the chaos. Welcome you to the journey of learning how to sing church music at your church. Your church will love you for it. So go. Go and sing wrong no more. All right. Stay subscribed because I'm going to try to do a couple of like short little crash courses on different things over the next few months. Like maybe, put something in the comments if you want to see something that you want me to do. But I have some ideas, like maybe a crash course on like the different sacraments, baptisms, and weddings and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, we did it. We started I think we started in May, right after our Greek festival down here in New Orleans. And we just finished, and I'm actually not in New Orleans. I'm in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. But go back and watch these. Enjoy them. Write any comments, anything that you want to see done better the next time we do this series. We'll probably do this series again in about a year. And I'll have better slides and all that sort of stuff, and we'll kind of streamline it. If you like the order, if you didn't like the order, you think we should have started with something else first, let me know in the comments. Anyway, congratulations. You made it. Okay, bye.